I love your background.
Oh, thanks. This is the Toronto Skyline, in case you didn't know.
What's it called?
This is uh, downtown Toronto. So this is like where I live. I live in Toronto, Canada. So that's the CN Tower, that tall statue that you see. The
Uh-huh.
really tall one's the CN Tower, and then there's a dome underneath, which we still call Sky Dome, but I think it's called Rogers Center, and I don't know if they changed the name again because I don't pay attention because it's all pretty
Ah,
Sky Dome to me.
yeah, I've been to the Sky Dome. I've been to the CNN Tower. I used to go for business. I owned an Exit Realty international franchise here in Huntington Beach and Newport Beach. And so usually once or twice a year, I would go to Canada, November, usually February and November, usually when it was
On the
cold. I never
cold
went there in
when
the
it's
summer.
cold.
It was always cold when I went. And at the top of that CNN Sky Tower, I'll never forget the first time I went. It was so incredibly windy that I could barely walk against the wind because it was so powerful. I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm not careful, I'm going to get blown off of this platform.
Oh, wow.
It
Wow.
was, it was, I could not stop laughing. I was there with my business partner and he could barely, and he's a big guy. I don't know, maybe like 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet tall. And he couldn't walk. He's like, yeah, it is hard to walk against this wind. And I could not stop laughing. It was a big laugh fest when we were up
Wow.
there.
Well, that's cool. I had no idea that you've been here before.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been there. I don't countless times, but yeah, pretty wonderful.
Nice. And
Well,
now the
thank you
next
for,
time, if you come now, you have someone to visit or someone else to visit.
yes, absolutely. And you have a place here to come visit here in Southern California and Huntington Beach as well.
And I say, yeah, I've been to California, but I don't think I've been to Huntington Beach. So
Well, you're going to have to put it on your radar, put it on your wish list for 2021. I'm going to go visit Lillian.
well, maybe not this year, but maybe next year for sure.
Sounds good to me. So as you know, we met at one of Dr. David's classes, his clinical classes, which are fantastic. So I'm curious to see how you've been doing, applying some of the different tactics and methods. It's so wonderful because not only do we get the theory, but we also have he thoroughly drills us to make sure that we can apply it, before we leave. And there's many clinicians who have not done the number of drills that we have and gotten results with live people in their entire careers. And we've done it in a class, where we have literally hundreds of drills.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of curious to see, I know you've had some neat experiences since we originally met. I want to say, was it at Hypno Thoughts that we met last year?
It was at Hypno Thoughts in Identity by Design
Fantastic.
pre-conference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I like to do is kind of take what I've learned and make it mine, right? So I don't follow things to the T. I use my intuition and my gut feeling and kind of go with that. And actually, with a recent client, what I did is I modified gray room, and
Ooh, I want to hear about that.
and you disappeared. um, but yeah, I think you're. Oh, there we go. You're back. Yay.
Okay.
I modified gray room as well as pillars of power, and I kind of put them in one.
Okay. Yeah, I use both of those a lot, and I've kind of modified them too. So I'd love to hear how you're doing that, and maybe you can walk us through one of your sessions, because I know that you have clients that you do this with, and with a lot of great success.
For that technique, what I did is I called it a yellow room, and it represented joy and happiness. So to add more joy and happiness in your life. And so when you enter this room, you see photos everywhere. So like the gray room, you will take the photos that no longer serve you or the photos that are not so positive. and you'll throw them in the fire, just like in the gray room. And you'll replace that photo with a more positive photo. But also, there are photo paper cards on the wall as well that are empty, that have no photo yet. So those are to represent the future. So put a photo in there, in those as well. And then, so what happens once that whole part of it is done, the fire in the middle disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person will stand in the middle in a power pose and allow all the energy of like the yellow, because yellow represents happiness, all the energy of happiness and joy. And it just, as you stand in that power pose, you just absorb it all. And once you've absorbed it and you feel it, you can step right out of the room. And yeah, it was pretty awesome to do that.
So from a neurosomatic
to guide someone through that, it was really cool.
Yeah, I can see how from a neurosomatic standpoint, how that would be so powerful, and how you're reframing inside the brain. You're moving the psychological furniture to take the unwanted and to place the wanted. And then you're coupling it with the emotion and the feeling throughout the body as you're moving forward in that pillar of power. And, the whole fire energy is also moving through you. So that's I love what you did with going from gray, neutral, to yellow, vibrant, life-filling and life-giving. And I love the word imaging that you're using of those pictures. Instead of having all the yellow Post-it notes, there are the pictures and images, and then you have the blank ones, which are the infinite realm of possibility that we all have. But it's giving your brain the instruction of how to arrange that psychological furniture to serve you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's so much fun to play with, right? It's really what you can do with like learning one or two techniques. There's so much you can do with it, right?
Yeah. There are, it's infinite. I think the number of applications. And I think that I love what you said also, that you took your intuition and you followed your guided intuition, to use these modalities with people, because I think that's part of one of the most powerful things that we can do as clinicians, as we're dealing with people and helping them, whether you're helping them resolve and dissolve any kind of a pain or trauma that they've had physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. It's all irrelevant. It's really all the same energy. Or if you're helping somebody maximize for peak performance, you're trying to optimize them so that they can bring out in themselves the highest, best aspect of themselves, so that they can more clearly, guidedly go to exactly where it is that they want. Either way,
Mm-hmm.
the tool that you're applying is working. And so I think the guided intuition part, coupled with the modality that you're so exquisitely already using, is just a wonderful blending. So that's very exciting to hear.
I love it. It is. And it's so rewarding too, as well.
Yeah, it really is a very rewarding thing to do. I wanted to share with you, I don't know if you ever have, I know that obviously with the whole issue of, you have multiple certifications, as do I. So we know how to, point to where we feel it, reach out and touch it, dissolve it, and so forth. One thing that I did at a recent class that I was in, I had several people. I had one person who broke out into an anxiety attack, and another person who actually had, because of jet lag, like you, she's on the East Coast. So everything is three hours later. And in her particular case, she normally gets up at 4:00 in the morning, East Coast time.
Wow.
So, that's exacerbated for her because now it's 1:00, our time. And so everything is kind of compounded for her, where I think I don't remember if it was the second or third day of class, she was almost in tears. And she was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm I'm feeling dark. I'm feeling heavy. I feel like I'm going to pass out. And I don't know if I need to finish this class, but I don't know if I can. And so I immediately took her out to the back of the class and I said, listen, let's just do, and this is not what I'm about to share with you. I'm going to share them with you only because I know that you might be able to use it in your practice in Canada with your clients. But I noticed that it worked instantly. And once you see it, you're going to understand the different pieces of it, what things we've learned from Dr. David and others that, we haven't learned from Dr. David. But by putting these three pieces together, she immediately, she went from like this really, she was kind of angry because she was like so exhausted, so tired, and her body felt very heavy, like lead. And as soon as we did this, and it took only like 2 or 3 minutes, it lifted and she was all of a sudden her face pinked up again. And she's like, I feel great. Oh my gosh, that worked phenomenal. And then 30 minutes passed by when we had another break. I checked with her and she's like, yeah, I felt fantastic. I ended up getting a video testimonial from her. So I'm going to share it with you. It doesn't take very long. So the first thing you're going to do is anytime somebody has nervousness, anxiety, fatigue, exhaustion, this works beautifully. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to do 2 physiological sighs followed by a long exhale. Okay. And you're going to do 3 cycles. So you're going to go. Second cycle.
You get that breath in.
Third cycle. So 3 cycles of 3 times. Then you're going to have in front of your face. You're going to keep your head still. Your head does not move. And you're going to follow your hand and only your eyes will move. And again, you're going to do 3 cycles, 3. So you're going to go.
So just to stop you for a second, because we were breaking up.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So you were breaking up a little bit. So just to go over that bit. So your head is not moving. And then?
So your head is not moving. You hold up your hand in front of your face. Okay. And then you're going to wave your hand. Always start with the left, right, left. You're going to do 10 times. So only following with your eyes, your head stays still. So your eyes are going to go left, right, 10 times. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause.
Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10.
So we're gone. Oh, so let's wait until she gets back because it looks like we're still recording and she's gone. That's hilarious. Let's see if I can pause. I don't know. I guess not. Let's wait for her to get back because I guess I don't have there. Oh wait, there we go.
Lost connection.
Yeah. So that whole demonstration of the head being straight and the hand moving, none of that, I believe, got caught on camera.
Okay, so let's do it from the beginning. The first part, we talked about the 2 physiological sizes.
I can't see you yet.
You can't see?
No.
Can you see me now?
No.
Huh. I don't know why you can't see me. Are you seeing me now?
No, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Let me know if you see me because I'm seeing both you and I on camera, and I see here it says recording, it says live on YouTube.
Try your stop video button. Try clicking that a couple of times, slowly. No, There we go. Good. At least it's not. Oh, it's still live. Okay, she's back. Or not. Oh, my background frozen? I'm not even sure. Okay.
Okay, can you see me now?
No.
See me now. Okay, you should disconnect and connect. You're not able to see, there's no image?
No, I see oh, there we go. Welcome back.
It sounds like the internet, the bandwidth might be low. It says meeting is now streaming on YouTube. Okay, so take it, got the 2 physiological sighs and the slow exhale. And then the step 2 is where you hold your hand up your face, your head is steady, and the only thing you'll move is your eyes, and you're going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Like this.
Pause.
Like that, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause. So you got it. And you can, if you feel comfortable doing it fast, you can do it faster. The main thing is to have your eyes go as far left and right, and you're looking at your hand, left, right, left, right, left, right, pause. You're passing the brain barrier between the left and right hemisphere of your brain, which is part of the neuromatic process.
Like, what is it called? Like bilateral stimulation? Is that the right word? It's like when you pass the ball back and forth.
Yeah, it is a bilateral. It is a bilateral stimulation. It's relinking and resyncing the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. It's also helping your energy. Sometimes people get fatigued because they unknowingly, general population doesn't know about homolateral energy. But if your energy is flowing homolaterally, it's supposed to cross over. If it's not crossing over, it's going to wipe you out fast. So this is a way of resyncing and relinking, making sure that the energy is crossed over. And that's part of what helps revive. So eye movement left to right increases blood flow to the eye muscles, retina, and to the brain, which also is what helps not only wake you up, but any negative or emotion, even if you have a memory of something maybe you had an argument with someone the night before and now you're at work and that's still in your subconscious mind kind of festering, bugging you, this will clear it out. So it's going to clear any negative, any lower vibrational emotional feeling that you have. It's automatically done with this process.
So I was thinking that might be a great thing to do at the beginning of a session if the client looks or feels exhausted, or if there's like so much going on in their mind, right? That might be something great to use at the start.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I'm starting to incorporate with my clients is the 2 physiological, telling people to do it every day. My practice is these 3 steps that I'm sharing with you. I do it every morning as the first thing when I wake up, as soon as my eyes open, before I even pull my head up off the pillow, I do the 3 sets of like physiological sighs and exhale, 2 physiological sighs and an exhale. I'll do 3. And once I pop my head out of the pillow and I'm just sitting in bed, then I do what I do with you right here. I do 3 sets of 3. I take it a step further. Only it's really good to me, my eyes. It's only necessary to do light. Now, I happen to have done Tai Chi and Qigong, so I know that doing it diagonal, right, left, doing it this way and left.
I can't actually see what you're doing because your screen is frozen, but that's an awesome way to start the morning though, with those breaths.
Really refreshes. Yeah, it alivens your brain, it energizes you. You guys feel great because the first thing you'll notice when you first wake up in the morning, the thing that makes it hard going don't realize it, but it's your eyes. As soon as you do that, you're bringing blood flow to that part. It's not just your eyes, it's also affecting your brain. It's crossing your energy at the very beginning of it. So by doing the size, doing the hand wave, it's basically.
I'm not sure if you're gone, but I think I might actually try that too. And just be mindful of like what I notice. Yeah. Oh, you're not gone. I thought you were going to disappear.
Yeah, no,
You
I
know
think
what?
there's a bandwidth. I think we have a bandwidth challenge right now, so I apologize for that. But so
That is a great way to start off the morning. I might actually try that.
it's a great way to start the morning. And then the third one is once I get out of bed, then what I do is, and I learned this from Dr. Cynthia Sue Larson, who's a physicist in Berkeley. She has a PhD not only in physics, she's a quantum physicist, but she also has a PhD in divinity. And she is a martial artist, has multiple modalities in martial arts and energetics. But she says, you're going to spread your hands out wide like this. And by spreading your fingers out like this increases willpower. So then you're going to want to do the victory pose, which Dr. David tells us about Amy Cuddy's TEDx talk. So you're going to stand up holding the victory pose, and then you're going to have your feet hip width apart, and just like boxers do, boxers,
Yeah.
balls of their feet. By doing these two things at the same time, you're getting a lymphatic flush.
Oh.
So you do this just for 2 minutes. What I do is I count to 120 twice, and I usually walk over to a mirror and I smile, and I just count up to 120 2 times, and it makes you feel great. And when the 2 minutes are over, you feel invigorated, you're charged up. And no matter how bad a mood you may have been the day before, trust me, you're going to be in a good mood. And
I own a rebounder. I think that's what it's called. So that would be the perfect thing to do on there, right?
It's the perfect, if you have a rebounder, you can do it on the rebounder. The whole idea of a rebounder, the whole idea of bouncing on the balls of your feet is that it does give you a lymphatic flush.
Yes.
By having a lymphatic flush, it's moving the energy throughout your body, which is part of what you need to reset yourself. And as we all know, the quickest way to change anything that's going on in your mind is through physiological state control. Mm-hmm. And so we are using the physiology, and we're using neurosomatic processes by following these 3 steps that I've just shared with you. And you could do
the last one you just showed me. Do you do that in the morning as well? As part of your...
Yeah, I do that in the morning as well. It's how I start my day. I start with the 2 sighs, exhale, 3 sets. I do the eye exercise. And then the third one is for just 30 seconds, I hold my hands out like this because that increases willpower. Then I go to the victory pose. It increases testosterone and it increases your energy. And then the lymphatic flush. And then I also twist my arms in both directions and kind of move my hips also, so that from Tai Chi, I know that moves around the synovial fluid and keeps your joints lubricated for my shoulders and for my hips. And then I'm ready for my day. And it's amazing how you'll feel great. But you can do this not just at the beginning of the day, during the middle of the day. When I get into my car and I drive someplace, it reminds me every time I get into my car, I do the physiological sighs that I told you about. I might be, walking downstairs to get a cup of coffee. I'll do the eye movement thing because it gives you brain clarity. It really helps you focus, brings brain clarity. And the victory pose, that just increases your energy pretty much anytime. Just do the 3 in a row.
It's funny, like my rebounder is beside my sofa that I turned into my desk. And I don't use it. Like I think I used it once this week though, but like I hardly use it. But now like that I think about it, every time I get up to do something, I should just jump on the rebounder, for a minute or 2 and then go on my way. Cause it's like, it's right beside me.
It's right beside you. And the thing is, we sometimes think that we have to do things that take, you know, an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes. And sometimes we just don't have 45 minutes, an hour, or an hour and a half. But everybody has a minute or two.
Mhm.
And so the process that I just shared with you only takes a few minutes. It works quickly, efficiently, and it's effective. So you can jump on your rebounder, and while you're on your rebounder, getting your lymphatic flush, you could be doing your willpower and
Yeah.
then move into the victory pose. Just do it for 2 minutes. That's it. 2
Yeah.
minutes, count to 120 twice. You're done. You're like, and it just makes you smile. Now you're not making yourself smile. You actually did by choosing to do this. You can't help but smile.
Yeah.
And as you, the reason why I look into the mirror is because I want to see myself in my inner mind's eye with that vision of me in a smiling, happy, good place. So then I look at myself in my right eye, and it just kind of reinforces it. So it just feels great.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, all right, Dimple. Well, I'm glad we were able to reconnect. Thank you for doing this Zoom session with me. Is there anything else that you might want to share with our viewers here, and that you think might be of benefit to viewers or clients?
I don't know. My mind's a blank right now. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I will go ahead and we'll put your contact information in the description below. So if anyone there are people who are there in Canada who are going to want to meet with you face to face, or if someone wants to, I love your yellow room technique. I think that would be a very powerful modality to go through with people. I can see the effectiveness of that. So Dimple, thank you for joining us here today, and we will be seeing you very soon.
Yes. All right. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye, my friends and gems. Thank you for tuning in, tapping into Love and Money Secrets TV.